What's up, people? We're back again for the video I didn't want to do, but it had to be done, guys. It had to be done, this one. This is so this video is about when you're around people sometimes, and you know, they're lovely people. You know, you're around people sometimes, they're really lovely people. It could be a workplace environment, could be college, could be school. You know, they're in all walks of life, really. Sometimes you meet these people that really are amazing. They really are a beacon of light. The energy, the positive energy that shines off of these people is just amazing. It really is amazing. And these people are nice guys, or nice women. You know, they're vibrant. They've got that aura. They've got that mojo. You know. Pizzazz that just kind of illuminates the room when they walk into it. They rarely say anything negative. I literally know people, and I don't know how they do it. This is the God's honest truth. They never, ever say anything negative. Ever. You know, with me, it's very much the opposite. I struggle to say positive things, and these people, you know, it's almost I almost envy. Although, like I've said in my previous video, envy is not my style. But there probably is sometimes in my life where I probably have kind of envied them a little tiny bit. I think, how did they do it? How do you never say anything negative? And how is it possible? How is it logically possible? The Lord has blessed them to a point where they just rarely ever say bad things. The nice guy, the nice woman. The only downside to it is most of these nice guys and nice women are always on the fence. What does that term mean? Oh, he's on the fence. He always stays on the fence. It basically means that you never really get involved in any dispute or take any sides. You will just aim to break it up. Come on, guys, let's break it up. That's the only downside to the nice guy or the nice women. Beautiful people with beautiful souls. If it wasn't for them, this world would be a very scary place that a lot of us wouldn't want to live in, really, because to every one nice guy or nice woman, there are probably about 15 bad guys, bad women. And you know, that's the impact, and that's the ratio, and that's the impact that this one nice guy or nice woman has. That they, as long as they are still in the world and people get the chance to meet them, then they are righting the wrongs of those people that are out there committing, I wouldn't say committing crimes, but I would say that I'd say hurting people. They are the opposing force that motivates people and gives people that inspiration to push on. Right, so that would be the nice guy. So then we have what you call being nice. Now, being nice, I would say, is kind of like myself. People like to refer to me, oh look, you're a nice guy and this and that. Not really, because I'm not afraid to actually stand up sometimes and tell people exactly how it is. And that's even if that people involves my own family. If it's friends I've known for 20, 30 years. If everyone else is staying quiet in a room, say it was like at college or school or workplace environment, I don't mind standing up and saying something. I don't mind going against people that are popular. You know, and sometimes people don't want to go against that person because they're too popular and everyone likes them. I couldn't give a rat's ass whether everyone likes them. I'll still say it anyway. Naturally a rebel, so naturally rooting for the underdog, That's naturally who I am. It's ingrained in me. So I did a video on the perfection philosophy. I believe in being nice. I believe in being a nice guy. I believe in trying to help as many people as possible. But there are times in life where you have to step up and you have to jump off of that fence. There's that saying, if you don't stand for anything, then you'll fall for everything. Or is it stand as a hero or die as a coward, something like that, or fall as a coward, something along the lines of that. But these terms are basically telling you that certain times you have to kind of, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. You have certain times. You have to, in order to find your own identity, in order to become. Although we all have our own definition of what a man is, but in my eyes, in order to be a man, sometimes you do have to kind of stand up, and it may not always go the way you want it to go. Sometimes it doesn't go pretty. Sometimes there is pain. There is a lot of hurt. Sometimes many people are hurt. Sometimes a whole mountain of people are hurt. But it's standing up for what you truly believe in, and that's the difference between the nice guy that may stand up for people once in a blue moon, but a lot of the times is on the fence, and how they give to the world is that positive influence, that positive spirit, that positive social vibe, that aura that just lights up the room. That someone comes into the workplace and they say, oh, is Jack here today? And they really want to be around Jack because Jack kind of uplifts them. They give to the world through their aura. And then there's people that are being nice, a little bit like myself, where sometimes it's not, it's the greater good. And or they say the best of two evils, or whatever term you want to use to describe it. It has nothing to do with pleasing anyone. It's what's right and what's wrong, and if it's right, I'll go along with it regardless of how many people it hurts. That's the kind of being nice, because in the long run someone has to stand up. Someone has to take that plunge. It's almost like the Rosa Parks. She, everyone was just going along with it. She jumped up and said, look, I don't want to sit at the back of the bus. I refuse to. So someone has to take that plunge. Then we have what I would class as the sellout. Now, I did say in the sellout video that to a certain degree, that we're all kind of simple sellouts. I went through the major sellout was when it's involving a large amount of people. We're talking about thousands and millions of people. You're doing something wrong and you're exposing thousands or millions of people to it. Maybe they're fans of yours and you're exposing them to it, and that you're not leading them in the right direction. That's the major sellout. Then there was the complete sellout. Now the complete sellout is when it's personal. It could be your best friend, it could be a family member, someone you've known for a long time. That comes under a complete sellout. And then there's the third one, which was more or less the simple kind of sellout, where sometimes we're in jobs and we're smiling a lot of things off. Maybe customers are being rude to us and we really want to give them a taste of our, piece of our mind, and we have to kind of hold back and say, and the boss might be being a bit rude sometimes, and we have to kind of let it go and maybe smile it off. Maybe apologize for things that we really shouldn't be apologizing for, but we just say to Elvit, yeah, I'm sorry, you're right, it is my fault. And so the last one is how a sellout compares to the nice guy versus being nice, is that most sellouts in this, when we're putting them among the three, the sellout is someone that's an opportunist and they're willing to do whatever it takes to become successful. So in the beginning it's all smiles, it's all fun and games, They're going along, they're basically like chameleons really. And again, this isn't aimed at anyone. This is just genuinely telling you my experiences in life. They're like chameleons. Sometimes it can be, I remember going into a workplace environment, and there was this girl, and she used to come up to me, and every day she used to ask me how much you're on, how much you're earning. And I do remember my boss saying, don't tell them how much you're earning. I remember him saying that, because we were two different companies. But this girl seemed so innocent, nice smile. She used to sit there. Basically, it took her a while. I didn't just blurt it out on the first day. She put in work. And then after about 3 or 4 days, I told her, and she ran back and told her boss. And in the end, basically, it wouldn't surprise me if we lost our contract. This side company lost the contract due to what this girl said, telling her people. And if you looked at her in the face, you would never have believed it. She was so innocent, so they're opportunists. Sometimes it's not genuine. When they're smiling, it's not a genuine smile. Like I said to people already, the worst kind of sellout you can come across is someone that doesn't have your best interests at heart. So they may be even all three, major, complete, and a simple sellout. They're all three of them. So the last one really, the sellout, is an opportunist. Or with this particular girl, there was nothing really to gain from it. I don't know why she done it. The only thing I can think of was envy or jealousy. So it wasn't so much her gaining. If she gained something from it, it was from seeing us lose our jobs. So let's go through all three of them again, so we can get an understanding of the three different types. We have type A, the nice guy, nice woman, have this aura, that this kind of it vibrates confidence, happiness. People want to be around it because they can always rely on that person to be positive. They rarely say negative things. It's just not in their DNA to say negative things. But it's only once in a blue moon that they'll step up and really be the hero or the martyr, be someone that's really willing to go the full distance and accept the repercussions of it. Then you have someone that's being nice. Someone that's being nice basically has been raised by their parents that they should have manners, respect, morals, and all of those sort of things. Underneath it all, they're just normal guys. If you tick them off or whatever, they're gonna respond accordingly. They're not gonna be punked by anyone. They're not gonna allow someone to go too far before they respond, or before they stick up for themselves, before they defend themselves. It's not going to go as far as it may go with the nice guy or nice woman. It doesn't take that much to push them to a point where they're willing to defend themselves by any means necessary, and also willing to defend other people. But they do have manners, they do have respect. They do know how to conduct themselves properly. And then you have someone that's more or less of a sellout, and a sellout is someone that is basically an opportunist. Could be a Jack the Lad, could have superficial charm, will say whatever needs to be said, will do whatever needs to be done, always has a big smile on their face. And a lot of the times with these opportunists as well, when they can't get what they need, like say for example, I guarantee you that girl that I was describing, had I ever kind of just rejected her or just not told her anything for say like 5-6 days and she gave up, I guarantee one day she would have just suddenly shown me her true colours. All of that kind of niceness would have faded away, and I would have said to her, "Hi, how you doing?" And she probably would have just walked past me. So she wanted something from me. That's why she was being nice. So that's the difference between your nice guy, someone being nice, and someone that's a sellout really. I understand the difference between the three, because there's some people on YouTube where, let's face it, it's not, it's who they are on YouTube isn't necessarily who they are off YouTube, and these people are in real life as well, so it's good to know the difference between the three of them. Anyway, that's me for the nice guy versus being nice versus the sellout, and I will catch you guys in another video. Peace.